So we've got 3 major arcana. This is an absolutely critical week for someone where love is concerned. With Judgment next to Death, I cannot ignore the fact that for a very small amount of you, maybe even one, if I have to go that far, someone may be experiencing the loss of a partner. It could be that the partner is walking away. It could be that the partner is passing away. But there is an absolute loss here for someone. It could be the loss of the relationship, which would make more sense, but I have to let it be said that with this combination of cards, that is letting go of someone that you love. The Empress, another major arcana. Now we've got 5. Oh, the 7 of Swords. And underlying all of it is a feeling, anger, rage, suspicion. The Star. Okay, well, for some of you, it's a love relationship that is certainly ending. With the ending, we know that there's absolutely always a new beginning. It's the rebirth. It always comes. Now, next to the Judgment, it is certain ending for someone's situation. Maybe your relationship, and maybe a partnership due to loss. As an individual, you're growing. You have spirit growth. And even though you may be on your own, even though you may have been left behind by one thing or not, as an individual, you're growing. You may have been left with your children. Now, this is where we really get into it, because for someone, you have been left behind with children, with a family to provide for, and that situation is not coming easy. It's hard for someone even to get up in the morning. I feel the dread for someone born under the sign of Virgo. Just getting up in the morning for some of you is a difficult thing. But there is something inside of you that wants more. You just want something better. Now that the situation that needed to end is finally coming to that end. You're still growing as a person. I think with the Emperor, he may have been replaced by the Empress since I put him back in the deck. This is about really having control over your life, having command over your own destiny, and knowing that whatever has happened in your past due to the loss, maybe, or in spite of the loss, you're still changing and evolving and moving forward. And maybe shining bright as a star while you do so. The Judgment brings you to a point where you are going to shine. The next part, the next chapter, for whoever this is really the best part of the journey. The wife and children is here again. We have the Empress. She's coming up again. And some of you may have been left behind because of a third relationship. If you have, and you've ended that situation, know perfectly well that your children are also fine. the prison and the malady, the illness. And for some of you, it is a timely departure. Again, with malady here. Someone may have been a caregiver of a sick individual, and now you're getting the opportunity to walk away. Prison kind of bothers me. And maybe the caregiving that you've been doing has left you isolated. Whatever it is that you have been doing here. The problems, the departure. You may be getting over someone's departure. Someone's unexpected departure even. Because it feels like the heart pain is here. The deep feeling of loss is weighing heavy on my left side. The lover. A partnership. Cheerfulness. The priest. Okay. For whatever reason, the relationship has departed, has left. I would think this is a departure you've already experienced. The lover. Same energy. But this is a happier outcome. This is saying there's happiness after the loss. With the priest here, he brings a sense of grief with him, doesn't he? And so after a period of grief, a new opportunity comes in for some of you. But it's after a period of loss. It's connected, I would think, more on a personal level. This feels very personal to me, for someone. If it's professional, ooh, it's a rough ending. But one you knew was coming. Emotional. Maybe even a tearful exit as you go. But there's growth after that ending. If this is professional, there's growth after that ending. In fact, there's a certain amount of saying, aha, see, I told you I could be bigger and better than you ever thought. And so I really think the message we're supposed to be getting here is that Virgo is going to come out of this loss really all right, really better than you thought you could have come out of it. Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Mother healing, the Empress. You know, that's the nurturing, the growth. I think that there is some need for self-care here. If you've been left, Master Jesus talks about forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at the time. So now you have Mother Mary and her son, Jesus. Now you can believe whatever you want to out of the Bible. I personally believe that Mary could have been his mother of the virgin birth. I'm not so sure about that. But I do know that Jesus probably was a great prophet. And as a great prophet, I think he's asking you to use your deepest sense of wisdom, your intuition, the guidance here that's telling you that you have not only the feminine but the masculine support, love, peace, and forgiveness. Isn't that key? 3 keys to having a better life. And I think that these two together are bringing that kind of message, that the combination of love, peace, and forgiveness is really where it's at for someone as you proceed out of a time of loss. This really is more than anything about loss and picking yourself up in positive and strong, independent ways to move forward from what feels like may have been a pretty tragic, rough ending for someone. I'm going to let you go with that. Whether professional, whether personal, this was a rough landing for anyone. But the energy here is that you're going to pick yourself up and move forward in such positive ways. Shine like a star. You're going to have an opportunity to shine through even during loss.